Merry Christmas, everyone. For celebrating Christmas, I will be covering 12 animals that are somewhat related to Christmas in one way or another.
Grolar bears or Pizzly bears are hybrids of grizzly and polar bears, are often referred to as Grolar bear or Pizzly bears depending on the parental lineage. Grolar bears is when a father is a grizzly bear and a Pizzly bear is when the father is a polar bear. The first confirmed hybrid in the wild was discovered in 2006 along the Beaufort Sea in the Northwest Territories. Over the following 8 years, 7 more hybrid bears have been identified in the wild. A somewhat humorous twist, genetic testing revealed that all of the hybrid bears share the same mother, polar bear, who mated with grizzly bear fathers. Although these were the first confirmed hybrids in the wild, researchers have speculated about their existence since hybrid bear cubs had previously been bred in zoos such as the Onseebruck Zoo in Germany in 2004. Typically, hybrids are sterile and are incapable of producing offspring of their own. However, polar bears and grizzly bear hybrids are in fact fertile, which suggests a relatively recent split between the two species in an evolutionary time span. In fact, genetic analysis has shown that these two species hybridized during the Pleistocene, the geographic epoch that lasted from 2.58 million to 11,700 years ago. During this time period, they were repeated glacial cycles, which impacted species habitat and the range as the ice advanced and retreated. These glacial cycles would have forced polar bears and grizzlies into closer proximity and likely led to interspecies breeding. In June 13, 2024, researchers from the Environment and Climate Change of Canada, Polar Bear International, University of Manitoba, MacEward University, Government of Northwest Territories, and San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. This is the first ever large-scale analysis of how often hybrids of polar bears and grizzly bears exist in the wild, made possible by developing an innovation SNP genetic sequencing chip, which is a new tool to analyze samples of polar bear and grizzly bears. This report analyzed 371 historic polar bear and 440 historic grizzly bear samples from across Canada, Alaska, and Greenland, and confirmed that only the 8 already known are hybrids, thus underscoring the rarity of hybridization. The rate of hybridization is increasing but rare. This report answers the question of how many polar grizzly bear hybrids are there, which responds to the
Expectation
collected between 1975 and 2015, with the warming temperatures causing
the range of polar bears and grizzly bears to
overlap. They were surprised to find no new cases of polar grizzly hybrids despite speculation of increasing numbers. Hybrids have a mix of polar bear and grizzly bear characteristics, so the question could be raised,
are they
better at surviving compared to the parent species? Unfortunately, this is not the case. Polar bears evolved over 10,000 years to thrive in one of the harshest environments on our planet. Since Grolar bears are not well adapted to life as a polar bear nor a grizzly bear, given that hybrids are poorly adapted to their environment, they are unlikely to pose a threat to the
polar
bear populations.